After a long break filled with turkey and stuffing, students will quickly come to realization that the break is over with testing coming their way. Luckily for us, there are study tips we can follow to feel less stressed and know we'll do a great job on these final exams. Tip 1. It's essential to figure out the information that you will be tested on. Then organize the notes, worksheets, and other materials for the test into one pile. And lastly, move it into its own colored folder so you know the exact material you need to study and the placement of it.
Usually the night before the exam, I study all my notes, I review them, and then I just take the test. I go into the classroom all ready.
So I know that when exams come up that I'm going to be really, really stressed. So usually the night before an exam, I go to sleep. Like, that's really what I do. I use the rest of the week when I know it's coming up to study, because if I cram the day before, I'm going to panic and I'm not going to remember anything.
Since the final exam is make or break for our final grade, preparation is necessary. Tip 2. Research suggests studying the same information in a different place every day makes us less likely to forget that information. So every time you're at a restaurant, a library, or even a coffee shop, our brain becomes associated with that same material.
I have been teaching for many years now, and one of the things that I've noticed is that the students who feel as if they were doing well during the class sometimes get a little overconfident and may sit and say, okay, you know what, I don't really need to study. The importance behind studying is so that you can keep your craft at its top-notch percent of anything you're doing. In order to stay an A student, you study for those final exams.
Now it's time to close the computer and take out some good old-fashioned paper and pencil. Tip 3. Write it out. Research suggests we store more information securely when we write it out than when we type it. Then put yourself to the test. Quizzing yourself is the best way to get ready for the real deal. Good luck grading nights on all of your final exams. Ashley Carter reporting for GNN.
Imagine sitting at your desk taking a test on the computer, and suddenly you have no control over your mouse or keyboard. Then the photo booth comes up and it starts typing, "I see you."
They were like typing some scary messages like, "Hello, Noel," and they were also typing, "I see you, Noel. How are you doing today? Hello."
All of a sudden, I see myself, and I realized that the camera was now on. I did not turn it on. I was quite surprised by this.
Grady High School Principal Mr. Guiney further explains what's going on with the computer hackings and how Grady High School plans to deal with these hackers.
There were some instances in particular classrooms of screen sharing and unknown people taking control of screens and displaying some objectionable content. In one or two cases, some threatening comments, and in a couple of cases, some images and videos which were inappropriate. Consequently, when the carts are returned, there will only be 2 people on the administrative team who will have the administrative password or administrative rights for those carts. So they'll basically have more security.
APS IT professionals were quick to jump on this arising problem and took all of the Mac laptops from Grady to disable screen sharing and other programs that were once available on the Mac laptops. Teachers like Mr. Roberts, who work with their students on the computers, have been affected by this problem.
My lesson plans had to change a little bit because I like to give tests online on Blackboard, and I have a Mac cart, and my entire Mac cart of 20 computers was taken from me because they're going to do something what they call re-image them, which I don't know how that's going to actually help the problem.
Principal Mr. Guiney explained that this will be handled as a code of conduct matter with appropriate consequences and with legal consequences. The handbook says if you are 17 years or older, offenses can amount to a felony and/or felony conviction.
This incident is still being investigated by the Atlanta Police Department.
This is Ashley Carter
And Allie Finn reporting for GNN.
Goofy.
Creative.
Patient. Amazing.
Nice.
Fierce.
Beautiful.
passionate, amazing, creative. All of these words are used to describe Grady senior Tatiana Sampson. Tatiana is the president for the Grady Drama Board. She directed the one-act play Tracks, and she's a star student. Tatiana Sampson is that girl.
She's constantly on task. There's never a time where we're like talking for more than like 2 seconds without her being like, hey, stop, we need to work now.
I learned something new every day with Tati. She just had an unlimited amount of knowledge to share with us. I learned more from doing Tracks acting-wise than anything ever.
This summer, Tatiana participated in the National High School Institute at Northwestern. There she learned a lot of new techniques for drama that she used with her actors while directing the fall one-act play Tracks.
It was really fun kind of being in Tracks and being able to see it and stuff because I got to meet a lot of new people since I am a freshman and everything.
And I learned so much from having a student director.
Tracks won Regents and went to state and got 5th.
She was an athlete. She used to play for the Grady softball team, and she was the main pitcher. And she left all of her athletics behind to follow her passion and her heart, which is theater. And she's amazing, both on stage and backstage. And I'm just so amazingly proud of her. Like, I could cry.
Tatiana doesn't just shine on stage, but also with her academics. She is a finalist for the Quest Bridge Scholarship, and she shows academic excellence with her grades.
Tatiana works with a singleness of purpose. She is so dedicated and so caring and so determined to grasp every subject that's presented to her. She's remarkable.
And to be our high school senior, to balance extracurricular activities and being the president of the drama club, and just her regular school work, that's a tremendous load. She doesn't seem stressed out. She's just cool under pressure.
Thank you so much, Tati, for everything that you did for this play. It was a lot of work that you had to put into it, and I learned so much.
Tatiana, thank you for all you do to contribute to Grady.
Thanks for watching.